Hello everyone, I'm Jackie from Color Me Mine, and today we're going to be making these cuties, these little animals. How fun are they? And if you want, we have a starfish and a little fairy house and a cute little, a cute little lucky horseshoe on our other videos, plus some cool painting ceramics. So please check those out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're gonna make these guys today. So let's get started. Now first, as you see, I have some plastic. This works really well for keeping on our table so that our work doesn't get stuck. We have our colors, black, white, orange, and then yellow. Now this is polymer clay. And so this gets cooked in your oven, which is super cool. We have our skewer and we have our marker that you can roll stuff out with. So let's get started. Now first I am going to work on the table a little bit, and then once we're ready we can transfer it over here to do our details, and that way it won't stick to the table when it counts. So let's start with our little lion friend. So we're going to actually start with some orange. Now we have to warm this up in our hands, so we're squeezing, and then you can roll. And then some colors, they warm up faster than others. You might notice my fingertips have a little bit of that orange. That's totally fine and normal. It just comes out when you wash your hands, so don't forget to wash your hands off it. All right, so now that I have a ball, you noticed I rolled it up like this. I'm going to use this part of my hand, which is the hardest part. I'm going to press down. Now see, that's making my circle for me, really. And after I do that, I can flip it over. I can go some more. Now it needs to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to start rolling out. And every so often I'm going to turn it to its side a little bit. That way it stays a circle, but it's still getting flatter. Just a little bit more, and you want it pretty thin. You can do like 1/4 of an inch, and that is going to be our mane. Look at that. Then we're gonna move on to the head. Now we only need a little bit, so like a little less than a half. Almost a little more than 1/4, little less than a half. Gonna again roll it and keep it warm. Got our circle again. Gonna press it flat. Let's see if I can press it flat enough this time. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? So you see though, it is sticking a little, and we can press the corners or like the edges to make it the shape we want. So now we can set this right in the center. I'm just patting gently. It sticks pretty easily. Now we can take just a little bit. We're gonna make some ears. So roll it in your hand. See if that's how big you want it. Then you can squish and you get a little thumb, or with your thumb you can get a little ear. There we go. Again, we're gonna roll. Now that looks a little smaller, doesn't it? So we're gonna add some more. There we go, and I'm gonna squish. And then we have our ear. Now at this point, I'm going to transfer it here so that it doesn't get stuck on anything. We're gonna move on to our white, and we can roll it up. Roll, roll, roll. This is gonna be the muzzle. And we can squish, and I wanna make it more of an oval, so I'm gonna squish this way. And let's see, do we like this size? I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna press it. It's a little bigger than his, but I think that's fun. This is your creation, so it can look however you like. Now that we have the basics down, what we can do is take our skewer and press in. We can make little notches. Now the way this one was done is it actually has it cut out, which you can go like that for and trim off that edge. Mine are a little closer. If you do it too close like this, what you can do is just gently move your finger like this on the clay and it'll start to close up. If you need, you can add a little bit of extra and just gently smooth it out. And the more you smooth it out, the more natural it'll look. So you just kind of have to have some patience with it. There we go. Like it never happened. All right. So what I'm gonna do is squish, and then we can kind of move our skewer down. There are a couple different ways, as you can see, that you can cut this out. It's kind of up to preference. So I can cut it kind of like a cake. And don't be afraid to move your plastic. You can move it instead of the piece. That way it stays kind of nice and crisp. I'm gonna take these guys off for the moment. That way I get some better angles. So we can go down. And then pop that out. And look how cool he's becoming. If you want a little girl, you can add like some eyelashes. You can add like bigger brows if you want, like eyebrows. I'm gonna cut that little out. There we go. See, this is why the plastic comes in so much handy. There we go. And then you can use this to smooth it out on the inside if you want, or you can use your fingers, whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to now use a tiny bit of black. And we're just gonna roll that up. We can roll it between our fingers to make it like a little, almost like a little worm, and then cut that in half, or pull it away in half if you like. You're rolling them up to make two little eyes. So then, just want to tap that down. All right. Again, as we're putting it down, we can tap it how we want it, which is pretty nice. We need another one for the nose. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. I know it's hard to see when you're working this small, but you can see I'm kind of moving it with my fingers. Have that. Now for this next part, we need a teeny tiny bit. I'm gonna move this over to the side so I have the table again for a nice sturdy surface, and I'm rolling it super thin. Then kind of sticks to your fingers a bit. You can squish, and let's gently, there we go. Now you can also use your skewer to help you. Squish it, squish, squish. There, and I hold it gently. Then I'm gonna actually pick up the whole plastic so I can show you guys better. But you see I'm kinda pressing, oh, there we go. Now it doesn't wanna stick. Gotta press gently. There we go. You can make the mouth how you want it. Now for this little guy, I think it'd be fun to add two little shines in the eye. What do you guys think? There we go. Yes to shines or no to shines. Comment in the comments below. I always like little shines. I like little details. So I got teeny tiny ones this time. And there we go. There is our lion. So let's set him off to the side. Now that he's done, we can gently peel him off, and then I can set him to the side. And since we're no longer pressing his face, he shouldn't stick too bad to the table. But now let's get started on our zebra friend. So this would be the point you'd probably want to wash your hands. That way your clay doesn't get too many weird colors. I'm going to take a little bit off, just a tiny bit. This is going to be for the ears and like the mouth and stuff. You're going to roll it into a ball. And then once that's happened, you can roll like this to create like a teardrop shape. See, now it's not totally like a ball. And then we can press down. Again, we're pressing with this part of our hand. Press. Now he's gonna stick to the table a little bit. So we're going to gently go like this to get him off. Now I'm gonna get the plastic right away this time. There we go. We have a shape that we like. We'll take some black. We're gonna warm this up in our hands because, you know, sometimes the clay gets hard and we have to warm it up to make it squishy. All right, so this time I'm gonna use the marker to roll. And we're not moving it this time, so it gets this shape. That's what we're looking for right here, see? All right, so now we'll bring him back. And we'll place this down. So we're gonna set the curve there. We're not gonna do the whole head, the curve. And then we'll press it along the sides. And then we can peel him off and press it around the bottom too. That way he has his little muzzle. There we go, and I'm just pressing very gently. Now that we have that, we can take some more and make some stripes and hair. So you can roll like this. That's kind of how I like to do it, but you can roll on the table too. And then if you have extra clay, you can either take it off with like your fingernail, or you can use the skewer. So we're gonna keep going. Roll it out. Again, don't forget to check out our other videos. They're pretty fun. Again, I'm just going to use my nail quick. Since we already have a point on this one, I'm just going to use that for this side too. And we'll get a little bit more. Just got to keep going. You can use as many stripes as you like. All right, so I did this same technique to do his hair, but this time let's do a different hairdo. How about we roll a little ball and then we squeeze. You see how I'm squeezing this way and then squeezing this way to create like a square. And then on the side it turns into a rectangle. So we can squeeze there. So you squeeze up and to the side to create a square shape, and then you can press it down to make it bigger. So how about we do that, kind of like Marty from Madagascar. And then to add texture, we can use this and poke really lightly. Now, do we like that texture? We could add more, we could add less. Now let's get, oh, first let's do the eyes before we forget those. Roll, I want tinier eyes. There we go. So again, we're rolling in our fingers or we're rolling on the table. There we go. And then you just press to make them as big as you want. And we can take our leftover white clay that we saved to make some cool ears. So you see I squished and then I pinched to create this cute little shape. And we set that onto the side. Roll, pinch, there we go. Now those look maybe a little too big, so let's take this and try again. You can do this as many times as you need to get the shape you like. There we go. Roll, squeeze, pinch, and then pop that on. We could give them a different hairdo if we wanted. Should we do, if you squeeze this, we could also like do little cuts. So just how we did the lion's mane, we can either push or cut to create a unique hairdo. Can go upwards, almost looks like a crown. Could go downwards, that's pretty cool. All right, and then lastly, let's get a little smile. And do 2 little holes for the nose. Awesome! How cool are these? Now remember, you want to cook these at 275 in your oven for 15 minutes. Now don't forget to get a guardian or parent's help. I don't want you hurting your fingers because this gets really hot. So again, you cook it at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes and then you let it cool and you can use them. Don't forget you can add a hole if you like as a little ornament or a pendant. And I hope you all have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.